first question is why project portfolio intelligence? And really the reason why we're partnering and providing this solution to customers is really to answer the four questions highlighted here on this particular slide. So number one is giving you access to the decision-making information you need to make decisions across your project work as well as your non-project work. We see that's a key differentiator here for the project portfolio intelligence solution, because you're able to really get access into all the different data that's being collected for projects as well as non-project work, such as demand management or demand requests. Also, you get access to over 60 out-of-the-box dashboards and reports. So besides tapping into ad hoc reporting, you get access to some out-of-the-box reporting capabilities that really help streamline what you're trying to do internally and gives you quick access to data. The next is being able to really increase your ability to meet your goals and objectives. We believe by having increased visibility into the performance of your projects, the performance of your, say, change requests and all your project controls, that can really help you achieve the business outcomes you originally planned around project portfolio management, whether that be reducing overall administrative time or improving overall project execution and delivery. We feel that having this ability can assist you in meeting those goals and objectives. And then last but not least is the ability to even do easy ad hoc reporting. So being able to slice and dice the information from PPM on how you're managing your projects and programs, et cetera, and be able to give you access to the reporting information you need, and also giving end users the ability to tap into that ad hoc reporting capability. So what I wanted to do next is just a brief introduction into our partnership with Compello. We are the exclusive North America provider of the PPI solution. Compello is the founder and creator of the solution, and they're our business partner here for the Americas. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to continue to share and help organizations get value of this solution. Next, just to highlight some of the different customers that are already using the product, and it's definitely growing. So you can see here Barclays is one of the key customers, which we'll be talking today. You have some customers here in Europe. There's actually a large new customer that just came on board in Asia Pacific, in Australia. And then we have our most recent customer here in the United States with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Tennessee, and they're getting ready for their implementation. So this kind of gives you a good idea of really strong organizations that see the value in tapping into the project portfolio intelligence solution. Next, I wanted to highlight just some high-level features. As with any reporting solution, everyone wants to understand, do I have security? Do I have the ability to access my historical data? And really number three is my ad hoc reporting. Can I get access to the data that I need for my own specific requirements? And at the same time, I want to be able to have access to out-of-the-box reports that would fill 80% of my need. What's also nice here with the PPI solution, it also supports the business objects environment as well as a Cognos platform. So we understand that some organizations like leveraging business objects that comes with PPM. They want to be able to leverage that. We know other organizations, they set a standard for Cognos and they want to leverage that platform. So the product supports both platforms. As you can also see here, it supports all the different versions of HP PPM. And so you really get a fully robust solution across all the HP PPM modules, not just project management, resource management, and time management modules. So you get access to all the data related to all of your demand requests within PPM. So the big question is, where does it fit? It really kind of fits right within the chasm, if you will, between Executive Scorecard and Business Objects. So Executive Scorecard is a great solution, and we have the customers using that solution in conjunction with PPI. And so I kind of wanted to answer that question. It really focuses in on the operational reporting. So it gives you ad hoc reporting, operational dashboards. It supports all of the different PPM modules. And as I mentioned before, it gives you the ability to put that on business objects or Cognos. So what it's really able to do is extend the power and visibility of Executive Scorecard, and also be able to leverage the capabilities or similar capabilities that you get with HP PPM's Business Objects solution. So in terms of an overview, a quick introduction overview for Project Portfolio Intelligence, from a solution perspective, there's a very good picture here that highlights the overall solution. So what's really nice is that the PPI solution has its own data mart. So it's using the source of PPM, and it's using the ETL to bring in its own data mart. So that data mart is different than the data mart in the data universes that HP has put together with the Business Object solution. And what that provides then gives you access to all the different modules in PPM. As many of you might know, there's limitations today getting access to demand management information in the existing out-of-the-box universes. So with the PPI Data Mart, it solves that problem for organizations. And then what's also nice is that it provides that meta layer, which then can be used by end users from the portal, doing the analysis, doing ad hoc queries, ad hoc setup of different reports, providing the reporting and dashboards, as well as then providing you with the ability to administer as well as to control the security. So that's kind of a high-level overview from a architecture and a functional perspective with the PPI solution. So a couple of things that we wanted to highlight here next is just a few examples of some of the out-of-the-box dashboards and reports. So you can see here that I can have access to a lot of information that's really beneficial to businesses. So whether it's a PMO focusing on overall project execution, or whether it be more of an enterprise portfolio management group looking to understand overall investments, it gives you those type of visibilities out of the box using the out-of-the-box reporting solutions. Here's another example of a dashboard using the PPI solution. Kind of gives you that full entire view of project health, financial forecasts, etc. There's another example of giving you the details of all of your risks and issues as an example associated with your projects. So as I mentioned before, what's really nice here is using the source of truth in HP PPM, and then it's giving you the ability to select your platform based upon your standard in your organization, and then you can use PPI on Business Object, or you can PPI on a Cognos platform. And also there's one other module, and this prediction type of module is a great solution. Typically this solution is built upon historical information. So typically this is something you start off with. So as the information is coming into the data mart over time, then you can start using it based upon your project success and your project history. You can use it to start predict future success and future variances of your projects based upon type. So this is an optional component that you can add on to the overall solution.
I'll start off with a little bit of Barclays. I'm not sure whether everyone knows what Barclays is. So we are a major financial service provider. We offer services like personal banking, credit card, corporate investment banking, wealth and investment management. So we are a big bank in the UK, and we've got presence across in the US as well. So quickly, just going to give you a little bit about my background as well. So what I do is I'm a senior program manager in Barclays, and I manage the project and portfolio management applications across the RBB Retail Bank division of Barclays. I'm also the owner for HP PPM, so, and we use PPI, which is a solution that we bought through Compilo. Quick background on our HP PPM instance as well, so that you get a background on came across to the PPI. So as our tool supports around 14,000 users across Barclays. That includes 33 countries, and we use almost all the modules across in HP PPM. So as of now, we are rolling the tool out across the whole of the bank. So initially it was used only in the retail banking division. Now it's being used completely across Barclays. So our user base is going to increase across to 30,000. And it is going to manage all the key portfolios and projects in the bank, which includes both secure and non-secure projects as well. So why PPI? So one of the things that we noticed when we brought PPM, HP PPM onto our bank was it was a very good tool in terms of how project and portfolio, but it did not meet the reporting capabilities or reporting requirements that came out of our users. So as with any organization, there are many out-of-the-box reports that come out of PPM, but we've got a very aggressive set of users who wants the data in multiple dimensions and in multiple ways. So a gap was identified. We realized the need for a strategic reporting tool, which we could leverage out of the existing tool sets that were out in the market. So we went out to multiple vendors, and we finalized on PPI's solution after seeing what the Compilo guys could bring onto the table for us. Since we've adopted PPI, we've created what we've done is all the out-of-the-box reports in PPM we've managed to create using PPI, and the tool that we use is Cognos, and it's not business objects. So using Cognos and the PPI packages, we've managed to create each and every report that HPPM currently has. Along with that, we went out to our customers, our end users. We asked them for requirements, and we were able to create a lot more reports, which gives you a much more fancier view, if you may, which gives you a lot more information, a lot more data, and in multiple dimensions as well. So these reports have really added value to the organization, because one of the key things with the report is if you have a report that gives you substantial information, we are able to make informed decisions. So this is something that PPI has really helped us with. An example, maybe one of the things which PPI has been really useful for us is a couple of months back, I got pulled into one of our senior management folks. So he's the chief operating officer for our RBB area, and he wanted a leadership dashboard. So he didn't have a dashboard which gave him a holistic view of all the projects that are in his area, and he's got around 2,500 direct and indirect reports. So, and he had around 1,500 projects that were running across in his area. So he wanted a view of a leadership dashboard, which would give him, on a high level, on a dashboard level, what are the different, how does this project look? Are they green, red, amber? What are the different KPIs in terms of cost, schedule, issues, etc. And he wanted that to be drilled down to subsequent levels and to the most micro level, which is down to a project. So it could be used by him, his direct reports, and his indirect reports. We worked along with Compilo, so Shikru, Tolga, etc., and we created a solution which turned out to be quite a success factor. Initially, it was just for the RBB area. Once we showcased the report across the senior management, we've been asked to roll it out to other different areas as well, and it's going to be one of the standard leadership dashboards that we're going to have across Barclays. One other important thing was, most of the senior managers, they use iPads and mobile solutions. So we built the reports in Cognos in such a way that it would support iPads as well, and we were able to use the Cognos app, IBM Cognos app that was available, to actually have an iPad view for all these reports as well. So it keeps in trend with how the digital world is moving right now, and the solution is currently available both in iPads as well as a web browser. So end product, we had a very set of successful, happy users. We had a very appreciative senior management, and the solution has worked very well for us.
Good morning, everyone. This is Shukra from Compilo. I am the product manager of PPI solution. So I will do a demonstration of the product, a small demonstration of the product today. I will mention about the predefined reports, and I will mention about the content of the system to make you give you a sense about the whole package and what is included in the system. So if you have any questions, please ask me after the demonstration, and I will be happy to answer them. Okay. The demonstration platform is based on the PPI portal. You see some folders that are representing the available reports inside them. So PPI is giving the high-level view through the detail levels. In this demonstration, I will try to show you the high-level reports, and then we will walk through the detailed reports and what these reports are aiming to show the audience, and what is the content of these reports. Okay, let's start with the portfolio dashboard, which all the senior guys are interested in. The portfolio view, you see the projects through the net present value and risk ratings, and you are directed to decide with good to go, postpone, or rethink, or shift up the projects. So on the left-hand side, you see the portfolios by business objectives. So you see the very high level of your portfolios and your projects around these portfolios. When you click on the demand and capacity view, within your portfolios, you have the view of your resource utilization and your number of growth in the project. So you can understand easily within your organization how are your projects are going, and what about your utilization and recruitment processes going. So you can understand the capacity gaps, and you can decide for the new recruitments or continuing with the own staff to the projects. And the values of your projects, the number of projects, the percentage of projects as expected, percentage of on-time and on-budget projects as shown in the figure. And you have the number of milestones closed as of plan. And your portfolio health, and the risks and issues defined on the portfolios. You can see how many of your projects are in which health status for the project schedule and cost. And the financial views during the past years through the current period. What about the forecast and actual view of your financials and your approved but not spent budget? That is the realization of the commitments. And you can drill down to other reports, like, for example, the programs report. You can visualize your programs related to your portfolio, or you can directly drill down to the programs view of your management view. Use total budget and actual and number of projects related to these programs. You have the numbers of programs. For example, the example one program has $2.5 million budget, and the actual is 2.3 million dollars. And there are 4 projects related to this program. And you see the programs at the left-hand side of the screen in the boxes, and you see the color of the box representing the health status of your program. And you see the progress and budget spent on the program, and you see all the details of your program, overall details of your program. And if you click on the financial, you see the financial trends of your programs. For each program, you see the yearly trends, yearly and monthly trends. And when you click on the project details, you see the related projects and their overall health status and completion percentages within that program. And the milestones. What about the milestones, their scheduled start and finish dates, and their status, the health status of the milestones. And the Gantt charts of your programs. What are the overall status of your programs within timeline? What is the health status of your program, etc. And the project details of your Gantt. Okay. Let me continue with another view. Let's continue with the project dashboards and see how you can drill down from a high-level view to the lower levels. I don't select any project managers, and I will see the data of all the project managers across the organization, and I will see all the projects in one screen. It represents me the value and risk ratings of the projects distributed by the within the organization, and you see the number of projects through the business unit, asset class, and project classes. And you see the health overviews on the left-hand side. When you want to focus on any project, you just click on the project name, and it brings you to a detailed view of your report. And you will see the details of your selected billing systems integration project. And it shows the project header information, financial information, and financials through the expense categories. You see all the header informations of your project. And you go one step ahead, and you wish to focus on the red signs. For example, in the cost health, I see a red sign, and I want to go to the details of this red sign and find out what is happening in the financial process. I click on the red sign, and it brings me to the cost details of the same project. We are still in the same project, billing systems integration project, and we see the labor cost, non-labor cost, project total cost, value, and budget of the project. And also we have the actuals and the CPI and cost out status on the right-hand side. And we have the graphical view of your budget distribution through the resource rows and actual costs through the resource rows. Okay, there are plenty of information in the reports showing the general view of the data. You see the work plan information, you see the roles and resources and their planned total cost and actual total cost, etc. In the same screen, and you can navigate within the screen to see all the details of that project. I want to show you the content after showing these kind of reports. There are plenty of such kind of reports, predefined reports, but I want to also focus on the content and show you the model. How we are building these kind of reports and how the reports can be easily created by the end users. You see on the left-hand side, you have the metadata of your project and portfolio management. You have the demand management, proposal management, program management, project management, baseline, financial, time management, resource management, so on. So you have all the relations in this model. You don't need to write any technical sentences to take the data, or you are not dedicated to your IT resources. When you click on the items, you have the tables, and when you go into the details of these tables, you have the columns, and you can drag and drop the columns easily, and you see the content clearly. For the demand management, for example, the most asked question is how we are reflecting the customizations in customer environment. We put the parameters, the customizations of the customer environment in the system before doing the implementation. They are all predefined. We have the header and detail parameters, and we are also finding the captions of the parameters, so we can easily understand for which type of projects or project types or request types you are using the parameter columns or user data columns, and what are their meanings. So the end user doesn't need to investigate which column means what for which kind of which type of request. So let's go to the details. you have the proposal management details, you have the program management details, you have the project management details, financial summary details, etc. Let's create a sample report together from the resource management, for example. If you wish to understand your resource pools, capacity, and the allocated efforts on them, just drag and drop the resource pools from the resource pool table and go to the details of resource measures, select the capacity, and allocated efforts through these capacities. And you can easily create charts on that. And you can save this report and share with others easily on the portal. You can apply filters, like, for example, assignment year. Drag and drop to the screen. Click on the assignment year and just put a filter. As I am dealing with the data between 2008 and 2011. And I want to see how I utilized my resource pools. Okay, this is as easy as drag and drop functionality. So the system gives you the whole view of your PPM data, and you can use this data to create new reports or to change the content of predefined reports, or you can use the templates and create new reports from scratch.
So you can actually have the PPI solution, say, implemented out of the box in 1 or 2 weeks. So it's pretty simple to implement. And part of that implementation is doing initial ETL load of your data and historical information from PPM into the PPI Data Mart, and then really kind of setting up the frequency as well as the timing of when you want to have that information refreshed into the PPI Data Mart to support your ad hoc reporting that was just demonstrated.